Hello and welcome to Total War Warhammer. This is... I swear this is going to be the last for a little bit. This is another Dwarf v Dwarf matchup. Sorry, this is another match where I play as the Dwarfs. So this is the Dwarfs versus the Empire. And this is interesting. I'm not going to say my opponent was an expert at the game. Not at all. But it goes to show that the Dwarfs are no pushover. So, you need to be careful when picking your army as the Dwarfs. So I have the great weapons here, because they are armor piercing, and the Empire doesn't have that many missiles that I can't take down with my own missiles. Then I have the Thunders, which are also armor piercing. And I do have a Slayer unit to kill Karl Franz on Deathclaw if he ever comes down. And it is indeed Karl Franz here. I'm just counting on the predictable nature of players in Warhammer. People are bringing the same builds. It's not much variation. We have Karl Franz on Deathclaw, we have Demigryph Knights, we have Greatswords. I mean, I knew that I'd be fighting Greatswords, I knew that I'd be fighting Karl Franz on Deathclaw, and I knew I'd be fighting Demigryphs. If he had switched it up somehow, I could be at a complete loss here just because I was outpicked. But, I have one cannon unit sitting atop the hill, and that will be enough to deter these Demigryphs, because they're anti-large. So, yeah, I'm just gonna wait. I have the much skirmish advantage, and I have 4 Dwarf Warriors and a Slayer unit protecting my cannon. That is because he does have 3 Demigryph Knight units. So, something interesting here is I know his line, I can see his line is very thick, or it's not very wide anyway. So, I adjust my line of Thunders to the same width as his. So, anyone in this area right here will be able to fire from all 4 units. Oh, wait, no. Yes. Yeah, every unit can fire in this area. So any unit will be focus fired by 4 units. If I have them spread out, there's no overlapping area where all 4 units can fire, and focusing fire will be... I can't focus fire as well. So, I'm going to do the first volleys on swordsmen, but then switch to the more important targets of the great swords once they get into range. And Karl Franz is going to move up because he sees my Thunders firing. So I'm just going to shoot at Karl Franz, and he immediately turns around. But does take some significant damage from that escapade? Masquerade? No. Excursion. Whatever. Wow, I don't know what I was thinking. So yeah, now I'm fighting the Greatswords, and just like the Black Orcs, these are very vulnerable units when it comes to gunfire. So they are not going to like that one bit. And they are blobbed up, which is a bad choice. This warrior priest is head and shoulders above these greatswords. It's kind of weird. So because my opponent is moving up in such a narrow formation, I am going to easily outflank him, and I'm going to leave 2 units of Dwarf Warriors to protect, as well as my Slayer unit, my cannon. So I've already completely shredded 1 Demigryph Knight unit, and I'm on to the second. And now I'm going to charge. Against all this infantry, I will lose. I will crush the swordsman, but the greatswords will reinforce. But for that reason, I can surround him. And now I'm shooting Karl Franz, which is extremely important. And I can see him going for my Thunder, so I'm going to protect with my Dwarf Warriors who have a charge defense. And Slayers will try to take down Karl Franz as quickly as possible. But you can see the narrow formation is not going to do him well. And he spent money on a Witch Hunter and a Warrior Priest, so he's going to be easily outflanked by my guys. And you can see this charge defense is going to limit. You can see how well they stop the charge of the Demigryphs, who normally have a very high charge. And my cannons will be able to fire over the heads of my own guys because they're on a slight hill and the demigryphs are bigger. So I am just focusing fire on Karl Franz with as many units as I can, and I'm not sure if I got a cannon hit on him, but he wavered there. So yeah, complete surround on these greatswords, extremely deadly here, and I shoot off Karl Franz. Now I'm gonna move up my boom! That Witch Hunter just flew up over the head of the dwarf there, and try to take down this dude as quickly as I can. So my Thunders are still in healthy shape, and these Demigryph Knights have successfully been deterred. So at this point, my enemy concedes defeat, and so that is a decisive victory. Hardly took any damage here, and completely crushed my opponent. So this was similar to another battle before, in which I completely crushed my opponent. Wait, was this the same guy? No, couldn't have been. I'm not, okay, I'll have to check that. But so yeah, I just wanted to show the dwarfs have some tools up their sleeves. I haven't even showed gyrocopters, but organ guns and cannons do some damage. Because the dwarfs don't have many anti-large units, that is why I bring the cannons so often, because they can deal with cavalry quite well. And you can see this Demigryph Knight got killed completely. And the Thunders are also very important to the Dwarven army, because hardly anything beats them. Even the handguards of the Empire don't stand a chance against the Dwarven units, because they have more armor, and I believe they have shields. So, anyway, just testing out some Dwarven stuff, showing what works and not really what doesn't. I might show you that sometime else, but anyway, good game to Pure Heart. I'll see you next time.